Welcome back. Let's continue. Starting with our concept map, we have solved a few equations, and now we are looking at laws of exponents to remind ourselves how they work in equations. Just a reminder that x squared equals to x multiplied by x. That dot in between represents a multiplication sign. When multiplying terms with the same base, write down the base and add the exponent. So if we have x squared multiplied by x to the exponent 4, it means it would be x to the exponent 2 plus 4, which is x to the exponent 6. And when dividing terms with the same base, write down the base and subtract the exponents. And that would be, if we have x to the exponent 5 divided by x squared, would be equals to x to the exponent 5 minus 2, which would be x to the exponent 3. Now, let's look at a typical example. If the side of a square is 3x squared minus 1 centimeters, write down the equation for its perimeter in terms of x. Let's look at a square. Hope I can still draw. A square is an object or a shape that has all sides equal. So if that side is 2 centimeters, that one will also be 2 centimeters. That one is 2 centimeters, and that one is 2 centimeters. So that's what we know about the square. All the sides are equal. And then in this case, we are told that instead of 2, they are giving us that as the measurement of the side. And they want us to calculate the perimeter. So perimeter, as we said, is the distance around the object, which means it's going to be the side plus the side plus the side and the next side. So it's 4 sides, so it would be 4s. That would be our understanding of the perimeter. Side plus side plus side plus side is 4 sides. So our perimeter is 4 sides. But we are told that a side equals to that. So now we're going to have x and 3x squared minus 1 centimeters. That is what we are told we should use. 4 multiplied by 3x squared will give us 12x squared. Then 4 multiplied by negative 1 would give us negative 4. And that is how we express that. And then centimeters, because we were given the unit of centimeters. So that is how we express that in perimeter in terms of x. Let's move on to the next one. Area of a square is 49 centimeters squared. What is the length of its side? Again, the diagram reminds us that a square has equal sides. So, area of a square is where we multiply length, A equals to length multiplied by breadth. And therefore, for a square, the length is the same as the breadth. So it would be the area of a square is given by the length multiplied by the length. So our area is now equals to length squared. And because we have been given the area as 49, that means in the place of A, we now put 49 equals to L squared. But then they did not ask us to find length squared. We have to find the length of its side. So now we need to find the value of L without the square. And so we look at equating this, because this is an equation. We look at, let's convert 49 into exponential form, because L is also in exponential form. Then that would give us, 7 squared equals to L squared. Now that we have a square on both sides, and that means the bases are equal, so L equals to 7 centimeters. That's the unit that they gave us. So each length is going to be 7 centimeters of that square. Let's move on back to our concept map and look at having solved equations and laws of exponents. Now we deal with when we have inverses on both sides. Let's solve for x, where in the equation 6x plus 3 equals to 3x plus 12. So we have x on the left and x on the right. And so we start with the constant terms. 6x plus 3, additive inverse is minus 3. On the right I have 3x plus 12, and then the same additive inverse minus 3, which would leave us with 6x on the left, and on the right we have 3x. 12 minus 3 is 9. So 3x plus 9, and then we have 3x that we need to then remove from the right hand side to the left hand side, so that on the right hand side we find the values, and on the left hand side we can resolve the x's. So we need to combine the x's. So the additive inverse of 3x would be minus 3x plus 9, and on the left we then have 6x minus 3x. 6x minus 3x is 3x, and then on the right we are left with 9. And then 3 and x have been multiplied, so the multiplicative inverse of 3 is a third, so we divide by 3 and divide by 3 on the left and on the right of the equal sign of our equation. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, multiplied by x is x, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So our value of x on both sides of that equation is 3. Let's look at another question in this regard. Solve for x in 4x plus 2 equals to 100 minus 4x. And we do the same. We have 45x plus 2, additive inverse is minus 2, and 100 minus 4x minus 2. And then 2 minus 2 gives us 0, so we remain with 45x equals to 100 minus 2 is 98 minus 4x. And additive inverse of 4x would be plus 4x and plus 4x on the left as well. Remember, whatever we add on the left, we also add on the right. 45 plus 4 is 49. Let me start that. 49x equals to 98. And the multiplicative inverse of 49, because 49 is multiplied by x, would be 1/49. So we then divide by 49 on the left and divide by 49 on the right. And then 49 divided by 49 will leave us with x, because it will give us 1, which is multiplied by x. And on the right hand side, 98 divided by 49 would give us 2. So our value of x in that equation is 2 on both sides of the equation. I hope you understood what we are doing. That brings us to the end of our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson as much as I did. See you next time. Goodbye.